Hey there, folks. How we doing? It's 1:04 p.m. Tuesday, February 21st, 2017. Dun, dun, dun. Um, to sneeze or not to sneeze. I'm trying to hurry and get some things done here. Deanna and I have about less than 2 days before she's got to get back to take care of things in Florida for just a little bit. But in the meantime, something had popped up. I've told you some of my family members, as well as myself, talk with other folks on the other side. Okay, this will be fast. That we talk with others on the other side. That we talk with folks that are in body, but it's telepathy. They come by to visit personally. Shiny and this Sarpatian lady, Deanna and I will talk with her later today and let her give us a name, personal name for her. We all talk with Ta'ir, on his two sons, Ta'ir's two of his sons. All kinds of stuff going on. Plus, there's the Drak. Our family and the Drak are very close. At the same time, I'm really busy doing a lot. Okay, and I'm killing stuff, getting my head work done. I'm seeing things for myself. I got to talk to people. I concentrate on what I'm doing. Our friends, our family in space, they know that. Sometimes they go through someone to get me a message to get me to go to them. This morning, Burju happens a lot with Burju, Paul, Deanna, and others. But Burju had called me, and she had she was talking. She saw a Drak coming in, and it was, important, and she was seeing all the teeth and kind of like, damn. So as soon as she did, I went to go see him and talk with him. Right away, I didn't really talk with him right away. I saw that he had been there. I looked at him, I smiled, and I just got into his head, and I got the information. And that's what he wanted to do, is just tell me something, but it's hard. Probably sounds like I'm over-glorifying myself, or glorifying myself, period, which is overdoing it. No. This is information that's for you, and it might not be 100 years before you find this out. It doesn't matter. It's there for you to know in the future or when it's time. Okay? There's a council being put together. 12 members. It's for our planet. It's for our planet coming together. Okay? It's a control group. And what are they going to control? The means in which our planet is being brought out of the dark ages, okay, and guiding us in a way that's as instrumental for us to become part of the family already out there, including this new alliance. There's 3 Drak members, council members, 12 of the members, 3 of them. This council of 12, 3 members of Drak, and then another member. There's another Drak that's like I had a name for it a little while ago. I forgot, but. He's like a stand-in. He's an assistant. And then when one of the other council members has to go somewhere, then he sits in, like an alternate or something. So there's always 3 councilmen here on this planet. They're going to be here on the planet. Where? Oh, let's see. Let me give you an address. No, folks. You'll know about it. Besides, I expect it's going to be floating around in space, as well as they'll be in space as well as right here. So I wouldn't be too super surprised if a space station gets built pretty soon. It'll be a joint mission in helping us learn more about space, the confinements, building stations and stuff in space. It'll be a learning process, but it'll be here on the planet first, and then up on the Drock ship. That'll be in orbit. Anyway, they're going to help control everything. The Drock will be there, Antids, Serpoians, the what we call the Greys, Serpatient, the Allurians. Okay, and I'll just leave that there. Anyway, this is coming soon. They don't have the full thing together yet. They have the Anunnaki going to be on the council too. That's interesting. Which is, they should be. They should be by all means. The ambassador and his assistant are going to have one of the seats. The homeworld ambassador, and he'll have a stand-in, are going to be here. They have changes going on. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4 seats. Then it's Allurian, Serpoian, Serpatient, and 2 other seats. Anyway, that's just something that's coming. It's already being put together. It's not finished being put together yet, but it will be soon. It's all coming together. But that's the basic idea of who's going to be in it. There's definitely going to be 3 Drock and Antids. Okay. That's the other ones. And there will be others from Earth that'll be there, but not part of the controlling council, but they're going to be there, part of it. And there'll be a building over here where it's all taken care of. Anyway, folks, got to run. Love you. Have a good one. See you soon. Morning, folks. It's 8:10, Wednesday, February 22nd, 8:10 a.m. Now 8:11 a.m., Wednesday, February 22nd. That phone doesn't have a SIM card in it. Still runs time and everything else. But here's the same thing. Timestamp. Why is that important? You'll know later. Excuse me. Excuse me, my lungs are really acting up today, so. Good. I'm anxious to get the hell out of here. It's not time yet, though. Later on, I have a video I need to put out. That's excuse me, that's relative to many of the philosophies, all the religious philosophies and other philosophies here on this planet, as well as on other planets. All the crap you've been told by governments, your way of thinking. This comes mostly from all your religions. People just keep smearing the same crap everywhere, like demons and all this other stuff and this God stuff. It's like, once you can see what's there, it'll blow your mind. You'll say, what kind of shit have they been feeding me all my life? Well, it's not just this life, every life you've ever had. And it was going on before you started having lives. How do I know? I was the first one with my better half, Lily, to have a life. Anyway, enough about that crap. I'm attaching this to a video that I did just before this, yesterday or day before or something. There's some stuff I need to get out at the time because it had just happened, and I wanted you to have the timestamp, but now it's time for a thicker video. Um, excuse me. Let's see. All right. The first thing we're looking at is something that's going to happen later on today. Excuse me. Okay, moving right along. Certain things will pop up on the internet when it's time for me to see them. As with y'all, certain things will be brought to your attention directly or by your friends just because it's time for you to see something. I've talked about the fact that our friends are here. They're going to start showing themselves during the day. One video we're going to show you later on is a very, very clear, upfront, here we are video. Now, it came from October 2016. That's a long time ago. I told you it was going to start happening, that you're going to start seeing it. And that they are going to start showing themselves. They are. They're going to start more readily showing themselves. This is something where another group actually showed themselves in October, but isn't it interesting how it's just now hitting the web hard? Excuse me, that's done on the other side. What runs your lives, runs all our lives, and there's chaos over there. That's that next video. People, I'm telling you about everything that's going on in all directions, every single which way, so that you can know this for yourself. I give you the information, and you do whatever you want with it. The important part is I give you the information and do as good a job as possible. Imagine if reporters were like that, and they weren't trying to scam everyone and lie to you, make up crap so that they can make more money. Excuse me. Anyway. NASA is getting ready to release a statement. Tyler, really nice gentleman from Secure Team 10. Excuse me, and we're going to see some stuff from another channel also. I reached out to Tyler the only way I had available in a contact email to offer a free crank up to help him out, because what he's doing is very important, everyone. I can't give free crank ups to everybody. Don't bother calling me for it, okay? I've loaded down to $600 for one person for the ICUC intensive crank up consultation, and it's still $800 for two people for that same 45 minutes, which always goes over, period. Always has, always will. So anyway, he was talking about the issue with Japan, the nuclear issue over there. This problem with all this radioactive water being poured in, and animals, fish dying everywhere. Well, that's literally, the other side's doing this partially to get stuff home, but it was done, you know. Earthquakes were made to happen. It was a natural event as far as the earth shaking and everything. It wasn't like them being attacked with a weapon at the plant, but the wave was caused. Whoa, excuse me. The wave was caused. Okay, let's try it again. The wave was caused through the orders given by the problematic Anunnaki running the planet. Remember, Anunnaki are not the problem. They're really cool people. It's just some Anunnaki idiots that are causing this. Okay. Anyway, you've seen pictures of, I showed you one video where I explained what was going on. It was by Secure Team 10. And there was an Arae mothership that took a huge sample, a huge sample of water out of the ocean and sediment too, soil in there. Excuse me. And they're testing the radioactivity. Folks, these people know how to deal with this stuff. We are in the Stone Ages, folks. Everyone's so proud of their computers, cell phones, and the technology and all this other stuff, and we are so far behind, it's disgusting. Then you have your politicians talking about a carbon footprint. Screw them, they're full of shit. NASA, they're full of shit. NASA says they're going to release this great big statement, and it's just like Tyler said. I listened to his video. That's all it is. They're going, the same thing they do all the time. They build up a big hoopla, and then they're going to say, it's even more possible now that there's life on other planets. We can probably look forward to something like that exposure in the future. It's like, really? They're fucking cold. They're coming out all over the place now. They're fracking all over the place. And you're going to admit that there's a possibility of it? NASA used to be a cool place. It hasn't been for the longest time. John C. Mathers down there? Cool dude, man, okay? He's special, and we'll leave... Excuse me. He's special, and we'll leave that alone. There's a lot of good people working there, but the heads of their administration fracked up. What controls them? Anyway, they've also been talking about the thermal temperature building up in the Pacific Ocean. And about it killing stuff. Well, yes, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, there's heat being built up in that section of the planet, of the Pacific Ocean, where the volcanic activity that's been coming up, it's all been sealed. And it was done by spirit on the other side. And it has to do with Lemuria coming up. Number one. Number two, that's where the majority of your activity is for folks to get on and off planet. Excuse me. They have underground or underwater, whatchamacallit, it's like they're huge portals that ships come in and out of. It's the weirdest thing. It's almost like a weird looking fence that goes all the way around, but there's not screening and stuff, but it looks like a weird fence. Then energy cranks up, and boom, a full ship appears, and then they load it up, and then poof, it disappears. And every time they do that, they screw with the dolphin, the whale, and everything else. The seals, everything going on down there. Gee, it's amazing how that happens so much in the Pacific. Anyway, I'm so sick of this. The more you see, the more you understand about what's going on around you. So you should not see because you don't want to have to deal with something. If that's the case, go lock yourself in a closet with some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and cut off the crust. Okay? Wow. If that bothers you, you are so screwed. I mean, if you can't deal with, if it bothers you, that's normal. But if you can't deal with that, you are so screwed. You're not going to be able to deal with what's already happening. But as it's exposed for fact, when our friends and our family in space, they're walking around here on the planet, what are you going to do? Crap yourself till you die? I've got a very aggressive attitude today because of stuff I'm dealing with on the other side.
Now that all the big bad stuff over there has been killed, all you have is this stupid little stuff maintaining a state of chaos. But then we still have the most disgusting things there are. The United States got all these governments. All these governments, they're all full of crap. They're all full of, it's disgusting. Okay, anyway. We need to go down to Washington, D.C. and weld a big handle on the White House and flush that whole area. Flush that toilet. Excuse me. Feed the alligators in the cesspools. Anyway, so that temperature going on down there is they're trying to get more and more stuff on and off planet. Those sections were literally destroyed. It was through source energy, and the other side went down there and literally destroyed them. The ground, there was no telling it was going to happen. There was no warning ahead of time. All of a sudden, the ground broke up and everything got torn up. How about that? It was God's intervention. No such thing as God, but it was powerful male source energy on the other side. The part of your God that was doing stuff here was actually the female half of the original first being. How about that, huh? Anyway, the more you see, the more you understand. And you'll get pissed. It'll bother you. Sometimes it makes you feel horrible. But when you understand something, you can finally deal with it. You finally know what's happening. That's what the hell all this crap is about. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm hoping, helping you understand. That's what I'm hoping you're going to open up your mind to. Is to seeing what's going on over there, understand it. The more you look at what I tell you about stuff relative to extraterrestrials, excuse me, that was almost a cut the video moment. The more I tell you that, what it is you look at it, you literally start using your abilities to go into it to see. I don't just give you information. I literally help you become who you are. I'm a simple person, but I'm not a simpleton. I know what I'm doing. The conscious mind is a very small part of your brain. Everyone uses 85% of their brain, not 10. It's metaphysical, you know, it's... How can you have a brain and use 10% of it? Evolution would fix it so your brain decreases in size. There's no need for the wasted mass. Anyway. I'll give you logic to put into stuff, and then the religious freaks, they just come off with all this crap. Screw them, let them. They'll get flushed down the toilet sooner or later. Go past the tiny bowl, man. Don't collect $200. Anyway, so that with the heat building up, they're trying to get on and off. They're trying to repair the other stuff, and they're being screwed with. There's energy fields down there dampening their ability to get on and off planet. They've pretty much been cut off. So now they're cranking up their energy, trying to get the hell out of here, and they can't do it. The Drakh are down there causing issues. They do it from their ships over here. They can be in space and literally put down a beam and keep them from beaming in and out. The Drakh are the oldest race. Second pair of lives ever had. Birth of the Drakh race. Hello. So, and when I say hello, it's not like hello, you all. It's like hello, world. Remember, not even 4% of the population is awake and aware of anything. Okay, aware that the fact that there's probably life other than on this planet, well over 50% of the planet believes that, over 60% actually. Anyway, that didn't come from any survey, that came from me touching heads. What people call the Akashic Records is it's sticking out of my head. You just go in at any time you want, you can get what you want. Unless you're a butthead, then you're not allowed in there. Okay, so anyway, that's what's going on with the heat being built up over there. All the extra radiation, all these, there's so much crap going on. That's why the Allurian literally have just said, screw this, we're going to go ahead. And they've been doing it for months now. We're going to just go ahead and start, doing what we can. We have to diagnose what's wrong with the planet. They're planet healers, folks. The Allurian race, Alurean, the Allurian race are planet healers. Physical too, but planet healers, okay? The Serpolian have a lot to do with it. As a matter of fact, one of the ships you're going to see, it's a group from the Zeta Reticular system. They all have different names. They're different planets within a solar system. Well, a different galaxy. I mean, folks, look at us here on Earth. How many different types of beings do we have? Somewhat similar, but not the same. That's just one planet. Palladian galaxy. Home planet of the Anunnaki. Yet we have the tall, slender Palladians. Look a lot like us. Gee, how can that be? Folks, open up your mind, let it flow without all the bullshit you've been fed, okay? Flush that crap, I'm telling you. You ever want to get anywhere with yourself? Forget getting somewhere for someone else. You have to get somewhere for yourself first. Everyone's looking at the internet. I saw this. You don't know about this yet. See how cool I am? Oh, for Pete's sake, man, just become yourself. Just become yourself. See things for yourself. Know things for yourself. Understand. And then help others understand. And as you see them become awake and you see that light go on in their eyes, cool. You did that for someone you cared about. There's a lot of good people out there, man. Most of y'all are really, really cool. And we're here for a reason. To make things better. To also enter the earth into a whole new period. Awareness of life everywhere else. Alright, anyway, there's another video in there where there's a device that's made. You look at it and it looks really weird. There's absolutely no life on it. It's a drive system. It's the beginning of a drive system. As soon as I saw the thing, they even talk about something, not a drive system, but they talk about something similar in the video. I'll see the video like that, and the first thing I want to do is shut off the sound and just look at it for myself. So that's why I don't have comments in my videos. I don't want some idiots running around that don't know what they're talking about to dissuade someone from looking at something for themselves. And they're the first ones that are screaming, you can't disallow videos, because I want to tell people you suck, Dude, get up yourself, okay? Put your face in that toilet and flush it 10 times. So anyway, it's literally a skeleton of the beginning of a type of drive system. And then all of a sudden, it's like circular, and all of a sudden, boom, you see it move. It's a remote test of a drive system without the ship in it, okay? And it's the very beginning. And we have friends helping us that look like us, but we're getting help from other folks, from ETs, that are helping others that, that go on and off ships, but they look just like us, pretty much. And then they are helping a few private businesses, as one of us, that just have secret information and nobody knows how they got it. As far as these other private businesses are concerned, they're stealing information from the government. Actually, it's coming from our friends, ETs, or family from other planets. Anyway, and one of them I'm going to show you is a Photoshop fake. We'll get into that in just a minute. I'm trying to think of anything else. Did a nuclear event just occur in the Arctic? Okay, that had popped up on Secure Team 10. Yes, it did. There's 3 major facilities that the Anunnaki in the Arctic were trying to close off access to. So they let off 5 tactical nukes, a 6th one and a 7th one deeper into the Arctic. But they were farther away from the other stuff. They were trying to draw the other folks away. They fired them off nowhere. So that's where some of your global warming comes to. It comes from too. The holes drilled into the magma underneath the inside the Arctic Circle. Anyway, so that's why they sent that plane that detects any kind of radioactive material. That's why they sent it up there. There's a total of 7 nukes, tactical nukes that were set off. They're a little dirtier than normal, but anyway, okay, let me get into this other thing here. Damn, excuse me. Okay, this one I'm about to show you is from February 16th. It's from iUFO channel. We're going to go there in just a second. And it is some friends of ours showing themselves during the day, but they're not showing their ship. But you are seeing the energy signal. They are just barely subdimensional, where you see their energy that they produce while they maintain subdimensionality. You see it right there. Okay, but you can't see the ship, but you can see a basic outline, and you see the energy coming off of it. That's so they can just barely hide, but not much. They're putting out a lot of energy there to maintain themselves in the border, but they are showing themselves during the day. Okay, let's look at that. Okay, folks. UFO sightings transforming UFO, February 16th, 2017. In this iUFO channel. Here's their little logo over here. iUFO sightings. Now, take a look at this thing. This is the ship that's just barely subdimensional. You see that energy field over there? That's what they're putting out to maintain their subdimensional posture. That's them just barely inside the dimensional barrier. Let's see. Let's try. Okay. There's a close-up. That's a ship. That's energy all around the ship, and it literally, it's like an orb of the energy, the outer part of the energy field that comes off is literally all in front of it. I mean, it's inside a huge energy wave, but the strongest right in the middle, where you see those kind of the lines going around the ship over there. These lines over here, that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's nuts. Now, let's go to this thing. Now look at this thing. Look at that thing. What the heck is that? This is being filmed by something that's flying. I guess a plane, maybe whatchamacallit thing, whatever. Anyway, you can tell that something's moving there watching it. I forgot what you call those things. Anyway, see these little rings in there? Okay, he's going to show a better picture of this pretty soon. Okay, these rings here have their own energy field going through it, and they literally sense the amount of radioactivity and other contaminants inside the in the atmosphere. Okay, they're literally reading the amount of radioactive waste, nuclear waste, whatever we have in the air. This thing about Japan, the tsunami that came in and blew away the nuclear reactors. That caused a lot of problems here, folks, and they're still working on cleaning this stuff up, or they're getting ready to go to work, but in the meantime, they have to get all the information they can. This is a sensor probe that's inside this thing sending out information, and this thing, as it moves and goes through, it's literally gathering smaller particles that are in there, okay? And it reads the particles as it picks them up. Okay, let's see. That's what it's doing. The amount of radioactivity is picked out in these things, but in the body right here, that's where it actually picks up samples. Now, these people here are from the Zeta Reticuli system. If you look at this thing, it is a beautiful silver craft. Okay, it's not large. There's only a few people in there, okay? Less than 10 people in there. There's 7 people in there, whatever. Might as well tell you. I don't know why I'm not bothering to say that. I want to show... They actually were following someone. Now, this is from October 2016. Okay, but now is when it's really becoming popular. I want to get a better picture of this. It's beautiful silver. It's reflecting the clouds and stuff around it. Okay? Now, there's spots down here. Okay? Here's a cloud. It's a cloud. Here's the shadow that the thing is making. But you can see earlier on where it actually... here, let me see. Let's make this live. There's the shadow. But there's the dust. See the dust coming up and down? That's directly below it. That's energy. That's relative there. That's relative to the energy that the thing is putting out to maintain its anti-gravitational state. Okay, now let's go to some garbage. Okay, now watch this thing. This is a huge amount of fuel coming out of a rocket, and this is something small that's made to slowly move. Okay, this is bullshit. That's just crap that someone photoshopped. So whoever did this, you suck. Number 1 for lying. Number 2 for doing a pathetic job of it. Now this... The second I saw this, whoops, let's get this crap out of there. Food you never eat. For people who don't have weight, a banana is one of the best things you can eat. Like, look at a chimpanzee. They're how much stronger than us. All right, now see how this thing took off? Now that's not as fast as a lot of ships. Look at this. Feel it. Feel into it. There's no life on there whatsoever. It's a drive system for the inside of a starship. Okay? It's literally located inside. This is an ancient type of drive system, but it compared to us, it's so far ahead of our time. Then it takes off fast. Now, when I looked at this thing, the first thing I got was, okay, good. The first thing I got was domestic and then generic. Okay? This is something that's private sector domestic. And it's generic because it's a very, very old drive system, and it's using technology that we have, plus a different way to apply some of our, sciences. So this is very, very, very rudimentary. But if we had vehicles like this, with this type of drive system in it, we can move around without expelling energy or anything. Here, watch this. See how it turns in on itself, folks? There's no one in there. There's zero life in there. That's all remote controlled. Then poof, it takes off. Now that's not a Starship being gone, but that is fast. And guess what? Clean. Clean, folks. Clean transportation. That's what that's about. Now, when you look at the video, I mean, if you listen to it, he had said something about Tyler. Gentleman had said that somebody didn't want to be recorded, but he might be able to get him on later. And the gentleman was saying that he was one of the investors in this. No, he was not. He was not allowed to invest in it because of the guy who runs his mouth and would produce stuff like this to the public before it was time. He had a friend let him know about this going on. So he tried to get involved, he couldn't. So anyway, that's how we got the video. So, well, that's that. See how it turns around inside itself? This is really, really ancient technology as far as our friends in space go. As you know, they look at this and they say, wow, that barely flies. But compared to what we have today, it's incredible. Clean energy. I mean, damn. All right, let's turn this off.
Well, the kind of phrase, there you have it. That's what's going on with all that stuff. There's some Photoshop crap someone put in there. The more you can use your abilities to see, the more truth you have readily available. I mean, isn't that what you're looking for anyway? Isn't that what you want? The truth? Not all this fabricated crap. I can talk about all this stuff because I see all this stuff. More and more people are substantiating what I see because the physical proof just comes out. That's what you need. That's what I give you. Some people say he's never given any proof. Well, there are people crying. They want something about themselves and they want nothing about me other than for you to know that I'm telling you something that's real. So you look at what's going on. My good friend Nick, I've talked about him many times. Wasn't that long ago, for years. He was helping me eat. I was on crutches. I had my right knee replaced. I've got degenerative joint disease, so my rotator cuffs and hips, right knee was replaced. It's going bad. Left knee was shot back in 2005. My legs are swollen up. My right foot especially turning colors. 2 different lung diseases, COPD and CLLI, chronic low lung infections. I'm not playing no poor little J, pity pat J record. I'm trying to explain something. We all have tough lives and a lot going on. I'm not here much longer, folks. I'm sick of being here. It's imperative I get out of this body, become my normal self again so I can go to work. Everything on the other side that can is causing an issue, which the biggest stuff is already gone. So, I'll be out of here soon now. But in the meantime, it's important for you to know this stuff so you know it for yourself. Can anyone out there not realize how important this is to you to know what's really going on? Don't you want that for yourself? For the moment, screw anyone else. What about you? What about you becoming your full self, finding out you have metaphysical abilities? The word psychic is a joke. It's a joke. I've proven I can do what no one else can. I go into people's brains, evolve them, the brain grows. It's a proven medical fact.
It's a proven medical fact. Go to thespiritualfoundation.com, go to Essex.com, and go look at the QEEG tests. Go to Essex.com, and then go look at the Texas Kid Crank Up on the live Crank Up page. That was a live crank up. Kit and his wife Mary drove all the way from Texas all the way over. They don't have a lot of money. They're retired. They're trying to get by. Drove all the way over to Atlanta from Texas. Waco, Texas, as a matter of fact. You can see in the video I was uncomfortable when he brought it up. There's a reason for that. His son was hurt. I did everything. I poured everything I had into him. All the love, all the compassion, all the desire to heal. I was pouring. My eyes were pouring when I did it. He'll tell you about it there. That's why I kind of looked away. I was just... Especially back then, I had to make sure nothing was ever made about me. And I don't give a shit anymore. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. I'm trying to hurry up and finish giving you all the information I can. But this crap out there, and you don't know what to believe. That's why everyone's working the internet all the time. Folks, the more you wake up and become yourself, the more your metaphysical abilities crank up. Better decisions you're going to make. Less time you're going to spend on the internet, the more fulfilling a life you're going to have. Your life will change and never be the same once you're awake. It's called enlightenment. Oh, for Pete's sake, it's waking the frack up. That's all it is. Everybody wants to make something special about it. Put a name on it and then make money. I say, well, Jay, you do crank ups. You know, you call it a crank up, ICUC. And you charge $600 for a person. It used to be $800 for whether it's one or two people. Now it's $600 a person for one person, and then $200 for $800, $200 more for two people. So $600 for one, $800 for two. Folks, I could have spent the money that I've wasted on so much other stuff, like all the other money that was. Excuse me, falsely taken from me through Michelle M. Davis. That's a hellacious lawsuit I'm still waiting to get back into. I got to finish one at a time. But anyway, she is supposed to be taking care of animals with all the money I made for her. Well, way over $200,000 already proven legally. And she spent a little over $41,000 on animals total. That's including feeding all the ones she's hoarding, the cats around the house. She wants little praise machines to stay with her. So now I'm soon getting ready to go back into my lawsuit with her, but I got to finish this other one off first. My sister trying to screw me out of everything I own, and lawyers, man. There's a joke about lawyers, about how what's 5,000 lawyers on the bottom of the ocean, a good start. I've known some good ones, but I'm extremely disappointed right now. So I'll do what I need to about that when it's time. So anyway, the main thing is, this is information for you. It's the quicker and stronger you become, the more you realize what's going on, see things for yourself, the more you understand about what's going on, the better decisions you'll make, and the less time you're going to spend making them. Your whole concept of life changes because you finally see it. It's like a poor horse that's plowing a field. You take the blinders off and it's like, wow, look at all that stuff. Look what's real. Look what's really out there. Everyone has metaphysical abilities. What do you call the mother's intuition? An extension of the arm? What sixth is that? What sense is that? The sixth sense? Intuition, which is the summary of all metaphysical abilities. Basically, it kind of refers to the solar plexus, gut intuition. People get you use your gut intuition all day long about different kinds of things. All of a sudden you feel something in the back of your neck, you turn around, and most of the time, not always, but most of the time you'll see someone looking right at you when it happens. It doesn't happen all day long. People aren't staring at you all day long. So, what do you call that? What was that? A physical eye in the back of your head watching? No, I don't think so. Okay? I don't have any eye back there, do you? We have abilities. Our energy's out, flowing out everywhere. Folks, this is important for you now. Right now, it's crucial so you can understand what the hell's really going on. What kind of crap your governments are giving you. What kind of crap all this other stuff on the internet is. You're being led around by the nose by these idiots on the internet. Not all of them are idiots at all. This guy from Secure Team 10, Tyler, he gets some good footage. There's this other guy from UFO. He gets some good footage. You know, the stuff's going to be brought to these people. And I told you just a little while ago that it's time for this stuff to come out in the open. It is. Our friends in space have made the decision that it's time for them to start showing themselves during the day. That's when I told you they were going to start doing it, because they already told me about it. The other side, I knew they were going to do it, but you can't trust the other side for shit right now. Bunch of morons running around, self-serving. Bunch of source energy over there, so screwed up. Source spirit, that is. So many people talk so much crap about stuff they have no idea. Some of them are earnestly trying to understand it for themselves, and they make conjectures. Get you nowhere, get you lost. Isn't it better to go through the forest, in and out whenever you want, and go to any place in it and know where you're at and be able to leave when you want? Yes. Anyway, everyone's evolving, but it's very slowly. Don't expect it to happen to you in your lifetime. It's slowly happening, but you're not going to get where you need to be. But your children and their children will eventually start getting there. So I said the next 100 years on this planet is paramount. You want to get cranked up quick, start finding out what's going on quick? Go to jressex.com or to learn more about these intensive crank-up consultations. I see, you see, which is kind of funny. I do see, and you too can see. Then just go to spiritualfoundation.com. You can log in and go to consult page. There's information between the two websites, Essex and thespiritualfoundation.com. There's all kinds of information about the consults. I've had people say, does it make me more enlightened? Does it do? Folks, we're not even going to answer those things. If you want a consult, fine. Then go ahead and set it up to get the consult. If you don't, fine. That's cool. Love you. You don't have to. Okay? Nothing says you have to. You don't. You don't have to believe anything I say either. But I'll tell you what, you might want to look at the QEEGs, the quantitative electroencephalogram. There's an almost 2-hour video which takes you through the whole thing, and it's a long video to watch. And it's broken up. It's got issues. It was Skype done between me and Martin Perrout and a really cool guy out in Sweden, where I went into his brain. And you can see the reports and everything else, and you see the lady doing a test, and she's like, crap. Then my energy didn't want to let go of her equipment. It does a brain mapping of Martin's brain with me out of it. I did everything. I made sure I keep my energy totally away from him. And then it was time to do the same test, but with me going just into his hypothalamus gland in his brain. Just the hypothalamus gland. I should have cranked up the whole brain. That would have lit up the equipment. So anyway, I did that. And then they ran the test. And then you can see the difference in results. I've showed it to doctors, PhDs. I've showed it to psychiatrists. I put myself in a rehab center. They could have locked me up for a year. They didn't. They let me go with no heavy meds or nothing. I take lung medication like crazy. I'm supposed to take blood pressure medicine. I'm not going to. It affects my abilities. And if you're taking blood pressure medicine, folks, stay with it. I'm not normal. None of us really are. We're all unique, but I'm different. Excuse me. Things that are things are different with me than other people. So anyway, you can see on the test. Okay? And if it can happen before I die, which isn't a whole lot longer, I'm going to go ahead and prove that I also change the DNA, because I do that too. People's brains physically grow. Proven. So, the older you are, the sicker you are, the worse your nutrition, the less growth you're going to get, but it still happens. So, people that get stoned, because I say don't get stoned because it screws up your ability to see stuff. You can still get cranked up. It's fine. As a matter of fact, the more you start seeing for yourself, eventually you start getting away from weed. Why? Because it slows down your ability to see. Why the hell do you think it's everywhere? It keeps you from seeing everything. It keeps you from becoming yourself. I used to smoke the hell out of pot. You kidding me? When I was a kid, that was the only way I could stay sane, living in my house with my parents. My younger sister was cool. My older sister, wow, she's a fucking nightmare, but that's okay. She's finding out about me real quick. Screw me enough, folks, I'm going to come down to you like you have never been come down on before. Aggressive? Yes. I'm equally as aggressive in my compassion. How I've suffered given from myself, like 2014, 2015, well over $200,000, okay? I can't prove $250,000, but we're right there near it. So, that was for animals and people that need it. That's so someone could send her and a daughter and mother to all these spa treatments, chiropractor a few times a week, photo shoots. She blabs about, oh, how I take care of the animals and everything. She's full of crap. That's coming out too. Defamation of character, over $350,000 personal property of mine she still has. Yeah. So anyway, am I aggressive? Yes, I have to be. That's why I'm here. To bring change. And I've already brought change. You'll never know until you get out of your body and go home. Where you really live as spirit, sentient energy. That's who you really are, not that body. That body is a vehicle that you will put inside and weld it and shut, along with part of another spirit that came from the planet. The two parts of the Kundalini. People, I offer you information that's nowhere else. Virgiu Gosler, she understands. She's very strong. Source spirit. Paul Cherik, he understands. Deanna, boy does she understand. Living with me now, she's right there at the front of the war on the other side. Siobhan, out in Ireland, she understands big time. And there's many others. I'm just not going to go down the list. So anyway, folks, look. Siobhan, Virgiu, Paul, Eileen, there's more, okay? They can crank you up strong. Ann can too. There's plenty of them that can crank you up strong and make you stronger, increase your abilities, and they do it for less than me. They are just not me. I'm different. I have a power level that's nothing comes near it. If you don't think so, call them up and ask them. And I'm leaving as soon as I can. I've been waiting for a long time. And I tried to force it, and I got screwed with. Imagine that. So anyway, folks, love you. You want to really know what's going on? You want to really wake up? You want to evolve? Call me. Email thespiritualfoundation.com. Go to the consults page, and I'll help you become who you really are inside, not this thing that the original first being, male and female, while it was still alive, wanted you to be and stay there at. so you couldn't see things for yourself. So everyone's ignorant of multiple things. Ignorance is just not aware of. I'm not aware of how to build a rocket ship. I'm not aware of how to build, properly make a ceramic pot. That doesn't mean I'm stupid. Doesn't mean I'm defective. It means I'm ignorant of certain things. We're all ignorant of different things. So when you become aware of something, and then you strive to maintain a false air of ignorance, that you're stupid, that you're worthless to yourself. Forget anyone else, man. Be in this for yourself. Find out who the hell you are. Do what you can really do. All the information's there on the website. Like I said, I'm repeating myself for a reason. Don't call to write us, to ask us questions about it. It's all there. We don't have time for this. Okay? If you want the consult, great. If you don't, great. If you send us 2 emails, we just want to talk, we're spamming you. Okay? Am I serious? Like nothing you've ever seen in your life. I'm done playing games with the other side. I'm done being here in the body. I am very sick. Can't wait to go. I am finishing up what I need to here. If you want one from me, you don't have to get it from me. You don't have to get one at all. The other source members, they can take care of you. They'll crank you up. You will get cranked up. I'm just a freak of the family. When I leave and I'm my true self again, that's me right here. I'm aggressive as hell, but I'm aggressive to protect and give you what you should have had in the beginning. Wow, that Jay, he's arrogant. No. I know what I am. Why don't you find out who you are? Almost none of you can even fit in a country. You can't fit in a state. While you're shoved in a body, your energy can't even fit within a state. You'll have no idea who you are, what you can do. Want to find out? Starts with this. Creation, its beginning, and your origin. This is how creation started. This thing called God, the male and female parts of the halves of the first being, which is dead now, was destroyed by what it made to protect everything because it kept abusing everything. Good riddance to them. All the new beings, all the beings that originally were out there, Fae, the different forms of essence, it's all in here, folks. Amazon.com, spiritualfoundation.com, ecreatespace.com, Amazon Europe, IE, LMNOP, whatever. It's all over the place, okay? All these books have been released to the libraries whenever they want to get it. They gotta get it, okay? They have to ask for it. But the permission for it to go to them has been released. I took care of it personally, okay? This information is for you all to have. Here's book number 2, Creation. It's beginning your format. It's beginning and creation. Its journey evolving into paradise. This has to do with the changing of the format and stuff going on the other side. This is the new beings that were created. The creation has grown. Atlantis, Lemuria, their history when they started. Man, I'm having issues. Trying to hurry up. How to talk to stone. I mean, there's so much stuff in this, but this book's 400 something pages. The way the publishers write it. The last page I have here is 392, but they include the introduction, the Roman numeral stuff, whatever. Now, talking to spirit guides. Everybody has spirit guides to talk to. The ones you trust the most are animal spirit guides. How about that? The only pure, honorable, never lying spirit that I've ever dealt with, including Source, big time, Source is probably the worst, is Animal Essence. Source this, Source that. It just is. Whether it's spaghetti sauce, butter, or tar, it is what it is. And it's a problem like hell that gets arrogant as hell. This is the Rune Cord book, Jarrett's Runes of Awakening. These are the Elder Futhark with the new meanings for the new awakening. Okay, everyone's, what does this rune mean? What does that rune mean? Here you go. Here's where it is. Plus, all the other new runes. There's a total of 56 cards in here. Okay, in the deck. In here, there's less because there's 3 wild cards in there. So there's 1, 2, 3. There's explanations. There should be about 53 explanations in there. And then here's the cards themselves. As you pull these cards out one at a time, don't ask a question. Just talk with your spirit guides. They're outside of the body, looking at stuff. They're in the second dimension. They're looking at stuff. They're ready to talk to you. As soon as you use these cards, you start talking with them. You start developing a conversation. You start to see and feel, more importantly, who you're talking to. Is it male or female? What's their intention? What's your gut feeling? It makes you use all your metaphysical abilities. Okay? That's Yasui inverted. Okay? Yasui, what the hell is that? Yasui has to do with energy fields. That's inverted. That can be a sacral chakra. That could be base chakra, emotions. And both of those things are an issue with me right now. As far as balance, you want to clean yourselves out. You want to clean out your core energy, what they call the Kundalini. Number 1 stone right here, star essonite. This crap is so strong, it literally goes all the way through your spine and it's rotor-rooter for your chakras, okay, for your energy fields. And then you put selenite with it, some good stick selenite, okay, and that literally vibrates all the way through your body. Stone stuff, I put out 2 stone DVDs that have a lot of information on it. There should be, hopefully, 1 more stone video and an animal essence video talking about animal spirit guides, what they represent. My consults, I tell you about all of them hanging around and everything else. Folks, I'm on the other side. I can't get out of there. It's part of me. Your Akashic Records, it's part of an outer shell of my energy. All it is energy. There's no temple that you go to. It's an energy field. And as long as you're not a butthead, you're allowed to go in there and take whatever you want. It's like sitting down and pressing the movie you want to see. There's no temples and crap over there, folks. It's energy. The second dimension is energy, just pure energy, other than parts, small pieces and parts of heavy particulate matter walking around. That's where the universe came from. Again, book 1, creation, is beginning your origin. The dimensions where they come from. Folks, that information is nowhere else. Period. It's never been anywhere else. Period. Not on the Earth, not on any other planet. Our friends in space, as cool and wonderful as they are, all the abilities they have to ear. Well, Agnaag is to ears to 2 of his sons. Extremely strong telepaths. The blue avian, that's to ear. He's an antid. Okay, there's no such thing as the actual blue avian. They're antids. Okay, that's the and Ta'ir was an incredibly honorable man to produce a metaphysical image that's soft and pleasing to the human mind, because they're trying to break us into the fact that there's all kinds of beings on all of the planets: reptilian, insect, amphibious, fish, all kinds of stuff. This is Solu inverted. They say there's no inversion for Solu. Bullcrap. What does this mean right now? Don't make stuff about yourself, okay? And I'm being warned, just take it easy. Don't tell them too much about yourself. And here is Star, and that means just be the light, just enlighten them, okay? Is something wrong with me? I got a problem? I'll tell you about it. Why shouldn't I? People look for perfection. What the hell is that? It's a joke. It's a way to keep you frustrated. Improve yourself. You get somewhere good. If not, see what might work better and go there. Don't try to be perfect, because you can't. That leaves you frustrated the rest of your life. What the hell is that? This is Uru's upside down, which means this could be a time of... this is Uru's right side up, okay? That means power, strength. This is a time where it's not very strong, but it's more, with the new awakening, it's more about understanding, okay? And that's important. It's important I give you the understanding, and I talk less about myself. I'm just tired. I'm fed up with everything I've gone through, with all these other people, all this crap going on, folks. I continually deal with stuff on the other side. Cleaning it, deleting it. It's nonstop. 24/7. it can't hurt me, but I'm sick of dealing with it when all I got to do is get out of this body and take care of it immediately. That's one of the things they don't want me to say. I don't give a damn. Screw the other side. Screw the idiots over here. Nothing tells me what to do. That's Mathurus. Okay? That means knowledge. Folks, I'm doing every damn thing I can for you. There's some idiots out there that'll say, well, it should all be free. Yeah, what do they do for you for free? Nothing. Bitch. Screw them. They don't deserve crap. The money involved, just getting the copyrights on all this stuff is crazy. Anyway, folks, the information is there for you. The sicker I become, just like with you, the sicker you become, the more of your energy is out flowing around. So the stronger you actually are. I came here with a purpose. I was sent here for a purpose, and I went along with it. Put in a body one last time. And that was to talk about the great new Mother God that people didn't know about. Everyone knew about the quote-unquote Father God, which is actually the female part of the original first being. But I was supposed to introduce the Mother God. Like Sylvia Brown was talking about Mother, Father, God. Then everybody becomes aware of the great Mother, Father, God and bows, gets on their knees. No. What's inside me is Arae, the original protector. The first thing. So as far as trying to talk about myself, I guess I could be creation's greatest screw-up other than the original first beings. I haven't done a very good job protecting. I've been in and out of bodies all along and trying to get them to do stuff, and they wouldn't. So, self-glorification? No. Self-declaration of fault and inability to produce, to act along its format, to produce the end result of its format. Yeah, that's more like it. It doesn't matter other than I give you all the truth that I can. But I also need to help you find it for yourself. Folks, this is an incredible time we're living in. The Dracantids and many more, now it's the new alliance behind them, are literally freeing this planet. One of the videos I had, it shows you the Drak haven't cut out an underground facility. It's above and underground, and they literally put it in this huge, like a force field thing, and hold it together, and they push it through a Drak recovery ship in one cloud. You see it come out of that cloud, then you see it go up into an even bigger cloud. That's an alluring mothership. You can see the plasma in it bent as the Drak ship pushes it up to where it's so heavy that where the alluring mothership finally grabs it, then it can pull it up. It's got so much cement and everything in there because it was full of Drak inside. The Drak need about 4 foot minimum cement. The way our cement is, they have better cement. It's reinforced. That needs to be 4 foot thick. Okay? Because they'll have 20 to 100 and 180 Drak walking around on it. And Drak, yeah, they're going to be, if they're lightweight, 400 pounds. But their normal weight, 800. Some of them more. The military trained dudes are over 1,000 pounds. So anyway, this is for you. It's about everyone and everything. It's about you knowing this for yourself. There's no philosophy. There's no donation button. There's you becoming yourself so you can understand more of what's really happening. Folks, I love you, man. Excuse me. That being said, if you want to crank up for me, better hurry up. Don't know when I'm going. It ain't soon enough. It's not quite yet. I expect I've got a few more months. I've been waiting to go for over a year. Give you that heads up right away. So I refuse to stay beyond a certain point, though. Anyway, look, love y'all, man. Here's some more information for you on ETs, a little more about what's going on. It's important, it's imperative for me to give you all the information I can about everything I know every time I talk to you. That's why I jump around a lot. I want you to have as full a body of information as possible. I need to give you as many pieces of the puzzle that is creation so you can start to understand it for yourself. But it's like people read my books. They say, Jay, all of a sudden the square pegs go into square holes, round pegs go into round holes, etc. It's simple. And it's never been offered on any planet. This has never been anywhere in creation. So, excuse me. Folks, love you, man. Take care. Have a good one.